So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So the big question is, things have to happen today in your life. There's stuff. We all have complicated lives, right? But is it too complicated? Have we gone too far with it? I'm not talking about being a minimalist, but I'm talking about, have we gone too far? Is there a minimum we need, and that's all we need? That's the conversation today. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. How you doing? Been a long time we're doing this show, and happy to have you here today. It's kind of home for me. I step in the studio, I do this thing, and listen, I'm going to give myself a big pat on the back right now. If you're listening to the podcast, thanks for listening. I'm doing my best to slow down for you. You guys are scaring me, man. You've been listening at 1.5 and 2.5 speed, and that scares me because I talk fast already. So I'm going to slow down and try to make it better for you. And for you guys on video, here's my pat on the back. I have really struggled with wanting the ability to do video, and we're just doing the vertical shorts right now so people can find the podcast. I really struggle with that, and I've actually begun to really enjoy it. It's been kind of fun, and people have given me good comments. So thanks for allowing me to find my way. And you know the benefit, there's always a hidden benefit in what you do. And maybe there's something you want to do and you just don't want to do it. You're afraid to, whatever, I know. For me, the hidden benefit is this. I'm getting a better skincare routine. I'm getting better sleep. If I had to record a podcast, I tell my wife, I say, we are not going to the steakhouse and having a bottle of wine because I got to be on camera tomorrow morning. There is a benefit to everything. Anyway, I'll share that with you. My name is Scott Smith. Thanks for stopping by today. Our goal is really, really simple. My goal is to show up in here and maybe during the next 9 or 10 minutes, however long the show goes, I don't plan how long it's going to be. I bullet point it out, and what comes out of me, and that's it. But my mission is really simple. Is there a possibility that maybe someplace within this podcast that I will get you to go, huh? You know how your dog looks at you when you say a word to your dog that he thinks he knows, and he tilts his head? That's kind of it. Or when I give my dog an M&M, I know I'm not supposed to, but he'll get this, and he only gets one, okay? That's what I want. I want you to, at some point during this podcast, go, huh? And here's what's going to happen if you don't do it today. And a lot of you will. Later on today, you'll be thinking about it. You might be one of about 30% of the people who listen to this podcast who listen to it at least 3 times. Something is going to speak to you later today. Yeah, we know. We watch you. No, we can't. We can't track it like that. It's just an aggravator. About 30% of the podcast people listen to it at least 3 times. I don't know why. Maybe it's 3 devices. I have no idea. I prefer to think it's you listening to the show. Maybe that'll happen today. We're going to talk about minimal viable habits. I can tell you one of the things that I do in between podcasts, and this is for people that are business, that are personal, but the in-between is mucky. Can't get your head around how to get your life together or to go make money. I call it my wisdom to wealthy journey. It's my one-on-one coaching. That's what I do. I take the wisdom that's inside of you, and we create a journey out of that. In most cases, create a side hustle and or a big old business around it as well. But it's always about getting that clarity about what we're trying to do here. So if you have ever considered working with a coach who actually have been there, done that kind of guy, who is focused in this realm, figuring stuff out, and then giving you the resources to live the life you want to live, whatever that is to you. I'm not going to promise the world. It's what you want, okay? We need to talk. It's under my Face Your Passion coaching banner. Just go to faceyourpassion.com. A short application. Just answer the question about business, whatever it happens to be. And that will come to me. If I think we're a good fit, I will reach out to you. We'll get on the phone. We'll talk personally. You can decide. No hard pitch. Not at all. I only work with people who we agree it's a good thing. Otherwise, why do it, right? No sense in doing that. Oh, by the way, hang on a second. Before we get into minimal viable habits, I want to drop something, a knowledge bomb on you, if I may, because we had this week with a client who had a bad client. And I said 2 words to him. These are the 2 rules, I guess I should say, about working with a client if you're in that realm. Or by the way, if you're getting friends or you're thinking about meeting somebody else or doing anything at all, this kind of works, okay? Number 1, if in the client base, certainly work with people who have money. And I hate to make it sound like it sounds kind of cold, are they? Right? But if you're trying to do business, people have to be able to pay you for your service. So do that. Work with people who have money. That's the first thing if you're in business. And I know it sounds really bad, but you got to do it right. Number 2, and here's the most important thing that can apply to anything in your life. And if you meet somebody and you're going to get into a relationship, maybe it's a personal relationship, maybe it's a business relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever happens during that first relationship, whatever relationship you evolve to, if it's a really good start, it's probably going to be a good continuing journey. If it's a really bad start, meaning there's probably a clash in values, somebody's pushing you a little hard, you're feeling you have to bend a little bit too much from what you know will work and the way you like to live your life, it's probably not going to be great. They will become a problem child in your life and you'll want to get rid of them. If this happens in your personal life, it happens in relationships. I mean, if you get in a relationship with a woman or a man and it's really dicey in the beginning, it ain't going to get any better. So pay attention to that today as you meet people. If it's going really well when you first meet, it's probably worth pursuing. If it's not, it's probably worth running. But don't be surprised if they pursue you when you turn and run. That's what happens. Man, that's a knowledge bomb right there. You could use that one, can't you? So, okay, minimal viable habits. Let's talk about this for a second. What is the biggest problem? Let me phrase this. I have my notes here, but I'm just going to go off the book if that's okay. Off the book, meaning I have no script. I'm not going to read it if I had it, okay? A minimal viable habit. In the world of business, they might call it a minimal viable product. Happens in software all the time. They put something out. Here it is, and we all buy it and get it and go, wait, doesn't really work yet. Well, what happens is they're able to figure out, you're their test pilot, right? You figure it out, then they fix it. So this is legit, but here's why it's legit. Because most people that I know, whether they're going for personal goals or they have a business goal, they're perfectionists. I don't know where that comes from. Even if you're not a perfectionist, you seem to act like one. You want to get every I dotted, every T crossed before you attempt to move out at all. That's what everybody's doing. And so if you're doing that, there is a really good opportunity that you're just delaying what could be really great.
Running a small business means I wear lots of hats. When I put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn Hiring Pro to make it easy. LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps manage my hiring workflow, puts my job post in front of a unique network of professionals, and matches me with the best candidates for my business. I can also share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. No wonder most small businesses say they'd use LinkedIn Hiring Pro again. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
You're waiting to get it perfect. And we've talked about this on previous, I think last week I did the show on that, about getting to 70%. In other words, you're building your bridge from where you are today to where you want to go. And when you get 70% knowledge and experience and confidence, you go ahead and go. Take that leap of faith and go. If you wait too long, you'll never get there. So perfectionism is what ends up happening. So this is the question I want to throw at you today. First one is, are you waiting for something perfect to set up in your life before you can do something else? Are you doing that? I just had a conversation, an email with a client that the world just blew up around them. And they sent me a nice letter, but the reality is, from my point of view, it's, well, the world's always blowing up around you. I mean, if you are having issues that you need to solve, you just need to jump in and solve them. And you can't wait to be perfect to do that, because by the time you get perfect, it's going to blow up again around you. You're going to be setting your own fires. And so the question becomes this: if you are always putting out fires around you, have you overcomplicated your life to the point that you're putting out fires everywhere you go? Are you doing that? Are you the kind of person who's putting out fires? Yes, Scott, that's why I'm listening to you today, because I'm always putting out fires. It's driving me crazy. So the bigger question is, are you the fireman coming to put out the fire, or are you the arsonist and the fireman? Did you set the fire, and now you're going to come here and try to put it out and then blame it on somebody else? And everybody knows it's you. Is that you? The same thing of being a perfectionist. You're setting fires you don't need. Now, let me pause for a second here for those of you who are saying, wait a second, some things require perfectionism. Totally agree. Totally agree. There's a place and a time, for sure. In most cases, in business cases, and I would say even life cases, I will say make the mess. Don't just have a minimal viable procedure that you head off on. Go make a little bit of the mess. Don't break any rules. Don't break anything. Don't be dangerous. Don't be stupid. All that stuff. You know how to use your common sense. Get it going, get it going, get it going, get it going. When you get it going, then you can jump up on the bike, and pedaling's easier, okay? And you can clean up your mess. Years ago, I had a client, I sat down. He was in Chandler, Arizona, which is outside of Phoenix. And I had been there for the very first time. Always fun to go out west when you haven't spent time out west, when you're an East Coast guy. It's different out there, but it's kind of cool. And I met with him, and he's working so hard. I was a TV producer at the time, and we were making a television show for his very large martial arts school there in Chandler, Arizona. And as he's working, he's talking about how hard he's working. I'm looking at him. He has ruts under his eyes. They're dark, kind of like I like today. Long week. And his hair was it wasn't receding. It was just falling out, right? And so we're joking, and we had a couple of beers talking about this stuff. And he goes, you know what? I figured that when I get successful, then I'll just clean up the mess. Then I'll just kind of do that. And he did. He got remarkably successful. And then I saw him about 20 years later, and he had cleaned up the mess. He still lost his hair. I'm not sure that was fixable, but he did. But he ran with this. He worked really hard, minimal viable on his fitness and everything else, minimal viable on what he did with his business, and ultimately, boom, it just blew up for him. So depending on how you feel about that kind of moving and shaking, I don't know, but I can tell you this. And if you really want the honest truth about what makes life work, in business, it's a grind. You're working hard. It's a living, breathing beast. It's always going to, this BS about lifestyle stuff, about working a couple hours a week and making it, it's BS. Nobody does that. It will consume you all the time, because that's what it is. Same thing, your job consumes you, right? But your personal life is the same thing. If you try to, it's going to be so busy, it's going to be crazy. It will consume you. It's never going to settle down. If it does, it'll be for like a day or two, and then something else is going to happen. That's how it is. So we wrap our head around just getting the ability to just go do what we're going to do. That minimal viable approach to what we need. Make sure you got your bases covered. Enough of the bases covered. Jump in and go. Keep going until you figure it out. That's it. Because I can promise you this, if you're waiting to get it all perfect, you are missing out on your dreams. And a lot of them. Ooh, where'd that come from today? Man, oh man, that's a little tough love, isn't it? Maybe I was talking to myself a little bit. Reinforcing how I like to live. That's what I was doing. All right. Hey, let's have a good day. It's been fun to have you around. I will be back tomorrow, because you know why? That's what I do.